Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today, we are doing something that I have never done before, and that is planting garden beds. I have 10 garden beds in total to do, but today we are focusing on these 4. First things first, we need to fertilize the beds to get them ready for all of the plants. This loofah has its first flower open. It's very pretty. I spent all of last night researching on what plants to fertilize with what fertilizer and how much to do that. We're first going to start with bone meal, which I'm going to put in every single garden bed. And it says on the back that for vegetable gardens, apply 1 1/4 cup for every 25 feet of garden area and mix it in to the soil to avoid plant and root damage. Each of these beds is about 8 feet. It's like 1/3 of that amount. I'm gonna do 1/4 cup, which is a little bit less than what this says, but just to be careful. And then plant tone just as a general fertilizer for pretty much anything. 1/4 cup of bone meal. And 1/4 cup of plant tone. Now I'm gonna do that to the other 3 beds. I'm going to rake it all out so that there are no clumps together. First, I'm going to plant all of my plants that are going to trellis up the cattle panel. These cucumbers, I'm going to do about 1 foot apart from each other because they are trellising, but I think I'm going to have way too many cucumbers. About 1 foot apart. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna have much space. I could probably go a little less than 1 foot apart, to be honest. Well, either this is going to work or it's not going to work. Okay, yeah. All right, we're doing it. We're doing it. So in each hole, I'm going to do a tablespoon of bone meal and a tablespoon of the plant tone and then mix it all up. Tablespoon of bone meal in each hole. And a tablespoon of plant tone. Now mix in the hole. Oh, whoops. And just like that, the first 4 are done. Now we're going to do the same thing with our pumpkins. There we go. Now we have 2 loofah that are going here. Ooh, I'm gonna have to show you this when we're done, but there's a whole cluster of buds coming in. Oh, multiple, and they look so cool. Then we have 4 spaghetti. Oh, you wanna move now? I'm sorry, I just have to come here. You wanna come lay right here? Yeah. 4 spaghetti squash plants. And then I'll do a 4th one back here because I'm gonna do the beans on the other side of it to pull these roots apart. Gently, just like that. Okay, now I need to plant the beans and the watermelon up against the trellis. And I'm not going to fertilize those, I'm just gonna plant the seeds in. I have the Bush Blue Lake beans, and this says 18 to 30 inches apart, but I'm gonna do up, so probably about a foot again. Oh, these are so cute. Look at these, they're quite literally beans, so it makes sense. What's the giant? What's that bean giant? You know what I'm talking about. The magic bean, something in the beanstalk. Okay, so let's go. A few more seeds here. I have the baby bush, so these are the mini watermelon. Oh, these melons are 12 pounds. I didn't read that part. You're supposed to plant these 5 to 7 feet apart. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have pre-started corn that I got from the Amish, sweet corn, and then I have some sweet corn seed. I wanted to see how well this would do. Just in case my seeds don't do well, I'm gonna plant based on the square, big stretch, plant based on the square foot method. So on the outside, I'm gonna do the already started sweet corn, and then I'll do more corn, probably another 2 square feet of corn. This is 4 feet long. If we do, this is probably about 12 inches. I really would like to get one of the squares, but I did not want to spend $30 on it right now. And you don't want to plant them directly in line. They won't pollinate as well. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a diagonal. Oh, I just did the same thing. Hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, those are for seeds, but, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to just sprinkle in a little bit of the bone meal and plantain, because corn, I have learned, are heavy feeders. Okay, now we are ready for the corn. And I've heard too, you really shouldn't start these inside, you should direct sow it. But again, I saw it and I thought, why not? Oh, that was root bound. Very, very root bound. I'm just doing 1 per hole as well. I'm going to push them in. They can go 1 to 2 inches down, so push them in about 1 inch. Corn is in, and the last thing for this bed is a little bit of lavender. Honestly, I could do another something right here, but I don't have anything at the moment. Should I do more corn? I could do another thing of corn. You know what, why not? Let's do 1 more thing of corn. So I need to just do 4, 2. Last is this, the phenomenal lavender. I'm going to sprinkle some of this microse, I think I'm saying that right, on into the hole before I plant it. There we go. Our first bed is officially done. Let's close that before I spill it. For the next bed, I have another variety of lavender. my chamomile, and then I've decided I'm going to plant some dill seed here, but I don't have any dill seed. I need to go buy some, so that will be later. So for all of these potted plants that are not the primary plants for the bed, I'm just putting that this micro zay in the hole, and that is all. Ooh, the roots need that so badly. Bed 2 done for now. Then with my pumpkins, I am doing Greek oregano. I'm going to plant some bunching green onions and then some more lavender. A third kind, yes. I'm not entirely sure how to plant these. I know they go about 1/4 inch deep. The spacing, it says 10 plants per 12-inch container. This is about 1.5 feet by 1 foot. So I'm just gonna sprinkle seeds in here, honestly. Oh, that was a big cluster on accident. And then cover lightly. I want to do a lot of these because I can cut them up and freeze them. And then whenever I want green onions throughout the year, then I have green onions. Three beds down, one more to go. An Italian oregano, dill, quattro, which is a chive, and then 2 marigolds. And what I'm really liking about these garden beds is I have put on the corners of them perennial herbs, so they'll come back every year, fingers crossed. And just like that, we are done with the 4 garden beds. Hey, sweet girl. She's watching a bee. So the plan now, okay, I just sat in so much water from watering this. Yep, okay. The plan now, what is the plan, Ashley? So the plan now is this soil that I use to level the garden beds, I'm going to get rid of some of it because it's not necessary and it makes it harder for me to sit here and try to reach over. So I'm gonna get rid of some of it. I need to save it though because I'll need it for later. And then I am going to direct sow in marigold seeds at the top so that way it creates a border to deter pests, but also it's really pretty then. Okay, I'll be right back when all of the dirt is gone. Okay, it's not perfect, but I tried to mound it and make it look nice, and then I watered it in. This is not working. I don't think that's gonna work near as well as I thought it would or was hoping, but I'm gonna do the rest and then I'll get back to you. The very last thing that needs to be done is to add straw. Adding straw will help keep the moisture in. It will also help prevent weeds and disease in the leaves. We're not going to put it over what we just planted direct sowed today, only the established plants. I've been going at this for about 4 hours now and my scalp is starting to burn, hence the hat. Oh, by the way, I finished all the marigolds. Worst thing ever. Hopefully it turns out and was worth it, but I'm not going to show you because you can't tell a difference. And with that, I am finished with these 4 garden beds. But I still have 6 more to do, so I'll see you very soon to fill those 6. Bye.